Hi, and welcome to the channel. My name is John. I use Unreal Engine to make cinematics. It's purely just a hobby for me right now. I've been using Unreal for just a little over a year now, and I still consider myself a beginner. One of the issues I often struggle with is getting my outdoor lighting to look realistic. So I started looking for videos on how to do that using real-world lighting and exposure values. And I found it in this video by Pasquale Scionti. You'll find this link along with others shown in this video in the description below. I tried it out on my Canyon River rafting cinematic, and in just a few steps I felt the lighting in that scene was 95% to where I wanted it to be. So I wanted to share that process with you in the hopes that it can make your lighting workflow a lot easier. So here we are in Unreal, and I'm using the free Old West Learning project from the Epic Marketplace to demonstrate. This project is about 2 gigabytes in size, so keep that in mind if you want to download it. Now I've gone ahead and removed all the lighting elements from the scene, and we're just sitting in unlit mode right now. The first thing I'm going to do is add our environment lighting back into the scene using the environment light mixer. I'm adding everything except the height fog. We'll add that at the end of the video. Adding it now will just interfere with getting the lighting values dialed in to where we want them. Next, we're going to select our directional light and set the intensity to 120,000. This represents the real-world lux value for bright sunlight. We'll then return to lit mode, and as you can see, it's a bit blown out right now. Don't worry, we'll fix that soon. If you jump over to this Wikipedia page, you can see here is where we got that value of 120,000 from. The next thing we want to do is go back to our directional light and look for source angle. We want to set that to 1.5. This will give us a really nice fall off to our shadows. So if you look here near the base of the post, the shadow is sharp, but as it moves farther from the base, you get this nice blurring effect. Next, we want to add a post-process volume to our scene. So click here, then scroll down to Visual Effects, and select and drag a post-process volume into your scene. Then go to your Details panel and search for Unbound, and check the box for Infinite Extent Unbound. This will ensure our post-process volume settings affect the entire scene. Next, scroll down to your exposure section and look for Min and Max EV100, and we want to set both values to 15. So if you check out this Wikipedia page on exposure values and you scroll down, you'll see this chart that explains the various EV100 values. So for our scene, we set a value of 15, which represents full or slightly hazy sunlight. Next, you want to scroll back up to metering mode and set this to manual. This is going to allow us to change our camera settings. So scroll down to your camera section. We want to set the shutter speed to 125. Make sure the ISO value is 100. And set the aperture value to 16. Now our lighting looks much better. Just a few more steps to go. Our aperture value is based on the Sunny 16 rule of photography. So for a sunny day, an f-stop value of 16 is about what we need. Our shutter speed value is based on our EV100 and aperture values. So if we go back to our Wikipedia exposure value page and scroll down to this shutter speed chart, by cross-checking our EV100 value of 15, and our f-stop value of 16, you can see we get a value of 125 for our shutter speed. Back in Unreal, once we've set our exposure values, you'll want to scroll up to the metering mode setting again and reset it back to auto exposure histogram. This way your viewport and Cinecamera views will match up. Now as you can see, the shadows in our scene are rather dark. If we look at another view, you can see this is clearly an issue. So to fix that, in your post-process volume, look for the local exposure section and set the shadow contrast to 0.25. Now our shadows look much more realistic. Finally, now is the time to add your height fog to the scene. So we'll just quickly bring up the environment light mixer again and click on our height fog to add it to our scene. And that's all it takes to add realistic outdoor lighting to your scene using real world values. From here, feel free to tweak your light settings as you see fit. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Again, all the links in the video will be in the description, along with a link to the PDF guide on the steps I just outlined in this video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you have any suggestions for another tutorial, just let me know in the comments section below. Have a great day.